Joseph Fourier was a French mathematician and physicist known for his contributions to mathematics and science. He was born in the late 18th century and became one of the most important scientists of his time. Fourier's work helped shape the field of mathematics, especially in understanding heat and waves. He is best known for the mathematical technique called the Fourier transform, a method to break down complex signals into simpler ones. Fourier's ideas about heat led to the development of the field of thermal conduction, which is the study of how heat moves through materials. His work in mathematics and physics is still widely used today in various fields like engineering, data analysis, and even music. In the early part of his life, Fourier showed great talent in mathematics. He studied at the École Polytechnique, one of the most prestigious schools in France. There, he became interested in mathematics and science, and his curiosity pushed him to study the laws of heat transfer. At the time, scientists were still trying to understand how heat moves through solid objects and why it spreads in certain ways. Fourier worked on these problems for many years, developing his famous series of equations that explained how heat behaves. One of his most important works was on the topic of heat conduction. He wrote a book called The Analytical Theory of Heat, where he introduced his ideas about heat flow and temperature distribution. In this book, Fourier explained how heat moves through solid materials, like metal or stone. He used a series of mathematical equations to show that heat moves by spreading out from warmer areas to cooler ones. Fourier's theory helped scientists understand why some materials heat up faster than others, and it also explained how heat could spread evenly over time. Fourier's ideas were not widely accepted at first. Many scientists of the time were unsure whether his ideas about heat and his mathematical methods were correct. Some even thought that his work was too abstract and complicated to be useful. However, over time, other scientists began to see the power and importance of his work. As more experiments were done, it became clear that Fourier's ideas could explain many natural phenomena. Fourier's work did not stop at heat conduction. He also developed methods to analyze and understand complex signals, like sound and light waves. By breaking down these waves into simpler parts, Fourier created a way to study and understand how they work. This method became known as the Fourier transform. The Fourier transform is used to analyze sound waves, images, and even signals in communication systems. It allows scientists and engineers to take complex signals and break them down into smaller, more manageable parts. This makes it easier to study, process, and manipulate signals in different fields. In addition to his work on heat and waves, Fourier was also involved in many scientific projects in France. He worked as a teacher, sharing his knowledge with students who would go on to make their own discoveries. Fourier was also part of the French government, serving in various roles during the French Revolution and later under Napoleon Bonaparte. His contributions to the government helped him gain recognition and support for his scientific work. Though much of his time was spent on public service, his love for science remained strong throughout his career. As time went on, Fourier's work gained more recognition. His theories on heat and waves were used in many different areas, including music, engineering, and even economics. In music, for example, the Fourier transform is used to analyze sound waves and create better audio equipment. In engineering, it helps to process signals in electronics and improve communication systems. In economics, it is used to analyze data and make predictions about market trends. Fourier's methods have become essential in many fields, and his name is still associated with some of the most important mathematical techniques. The impact of Fourier's work can still be seen today in many technologies. Without his mathematical methods, modern electronics and communication systems might not be as advanced as they are now. His ideas also helped to create new areas of research in mathematics and science that continue to inspire scientists today. Many researchers use the Fourier transform to solve complex problems in physics, engineering, and even medicine. For example, doctors use similar techniques to analyze medical images and improve diagnosis. In his later years, Fourier's work continued to influence generations of scientists and mathematicians. His ideas opened the door to new discoveries in many fields. Even though some of his work was not understood fully during his lifetime, it became clear that his contributions were groundbreaking. Today, Fourier is remembered as one of the most important figures in the history of mathematics and science. His ability to think deeply about problems and apply mathematical methods to solve them has left a lasting legacy. The concepts he developed are still used in modern technology and continue to shape the world we live in. Fourier's work also led to the development of other important mathematical concepts. His ideas helped inspire the study of differential equations, a type of equation that describes how things change over time. This has become an important area of research in mathematics, with applications in everything from physics to biology. Fourier's ability to create mathematical models that explain natural processes paved the way for new discoveries in many areas of science. As a mathematician and physicist, Fourier was known for his dedication to understanding the world through numbers and formulas. He spent many years developing his theories and sharing his ideas with others. His work was often complex and difficult to understand, but over time it became clear that he had made significant contributions to the field. Fourier's ability to use mathematics to describe and explain natural phenomena set him apart as one of the great minds of his time. Joseph Fourier's influence can be felt in almost every aspect of modern life. From the devices we use every day to the scientific discoveries that continue to shape our world, his ideas are still being used to improve our understanding of the world around us. His work was not just about solving problems in mathematics, but also about finding ways to apply his ideas to real-world challenges. Today, we can see the results of his work in many technologies that we rely on daily. His legacy lives on in the ways we study and understand the world through mathematics and science. In the end, Joseph Fourier's contributions to mathematics and science were truly remarkable. He took on complex problems and found ways to break them down into simpler, more understandable parts. Through his work, he helped shape the future of science and mathematics, leaving a legacy that continues to influence our world today. Fourier's story shows how curiosity and dedication to knowledge can lead to discoveries that change the way we see the world.